Hi, I'm Mac McCarthy, and I help people with their breakups. And today, we don't have a breakup story, but if you have a breakup story you want to send in, please send it in to writemac.com. I will do a public response or a private response to your breakup story and give you my full take. But today, this is a live stream, and this is an interesting topic that actually came up with a client of mine recently. And I haven't heard someone use this term, but it's exactly what they're going through when you break up and your ex blocks you. Dun, dun, dun. Rob, you've been off deck recently. Welcome, my friend. Okay. Thanks for telling me, bud. So this is a really interesting one. A lot of you guys play poker out there. I'm not a poker player, but I've played poker before, and I've had college roommates that played, and I just wasn't that good because I like to talk too much, and I like to bluff, and I like to play games, and so the seriousness of poker didn't interest me that much. But he asked me, this client of mine who we've done multiple live coachings, and we've been in contact over a year and a half, 2 years, really good person. And he said his ex blocked him, or the lady he's been seeing blocked him, and said she'll basically said in some way that she'll never talk to him again. And that she's blocking him from this point on. If you needed anything else, this is the last time because she's done. And so he asked me, is she bluffing? And I think that's really the case. A lot of times when we, putting the AC on, when we have an ex say, I'm never talking to you again, I blocked you. And you think, wait, is this a fucking bluff? Is this real? And my response to him was, what do you do if someone is bluffing you? If you're playing poker or something, where's your power in the situation when someone bluffs you? Right? Lisa Wade. Yeah, long time no see. LA's finest. How are you? It's been a while. So interesting topic. If you guys feel like someone blocked you and it was a bluff, how would you react? How would you deal with that? You understand what I'm saying? Is that they blocked you, they're broken up with you, and then they announce through an email, a text message, hey, this is the last time I'm going to talk to you. I just want to let you know I'm blocking you on my email. I'm blocking you on my phone. I'm blocking you on social media. I'm just giving you a heads up. Maybe they say it in a different wording. And then you think, holy shit, is this it? Are they really done with me? Because let's face it, folks, most of us, when we do break up, we think, yeah, we'll probably get back together. Not always, but a lot of time, yeah, this probably isn't the end. Especially people that have broken up and gotten back together again and are running a playbook like, yeah, this is just what we do. We just get back together. But my point is, if you are in one of these situations where the question goes up, are they bluffing? Where's your fucking power in this situation? I mean, what are you going to do? Are you going to, oh no, if someone's bluffing you or you think they're bluffing you, you definitely don't want to ask, hey, are you bluffing? Then you already lost, right? Think about that for a second. As I said this to him in the email, I said, well, if someone's bluffing, you don't want to ask. You don't want to ask, are you bluffing? You don't want to contact them and go, hey, is this really the end? Is this really the last time you're going to contact me? Then they just get more and more power. They're like, you know what? Yeah, maybe it is. So I don't know if I've felt this in relationships on my own where I felt like, you're in this situation and you're like, is this really the end? And this is what I talk about a lot. Whenever someone uses the word never, I'll never talk to you again. Bye-bye. This is it. Say goodbye. Someone just recently told me in a live coaching session that someone said so long. And she even said, she was kind of like, I know it's so dramatic, right? When someone's throwing these kind of narratives when you break up, they've been watching too many movies and they're trying to get your attention in my book. Because to me, if you're in a really big breakup, you care about each other, shit went down, you're upset, you're uncomfortable, and you want to get them back, maybe you say something like that, but it's really immature to say, farewell, I'll never see you again. You don't say that to people when you quit a job or when you move cities, stuff like that. Yeah, you're going to take a while when you break up to get on your feet and get your thoughts together. But to throw in, I'll never see you again, it's highly dramatic. It's hurtful. And I don't know what you gain from it. Unfiltered tarot CUT. Crystal Unfiltered Tarot CUT. Well, welcome, Crystal. Tarot card reader. That's interesting. Oh, we got a nice group on today. Sabina came on deck. Okay, cool. Thought it was a little late. Glenn Roy from Google Plus. I didn't even know they still had Google Plus. You don't tell someone when you're blocking them. And Crystal's also from San Diego. Well, welcome from Diego. Lived in PB and Mission Beach for 4 years. Great place to live. If I move back to the States, that's where I'm going, probably. Maybe. All right, let's talk for a little bit here. And you guys let me know if you've had a situation. Put it in the comments below if you're watching this video after the live stream of an ex where they felt like they were bluffing you or trying to get your attention, basically with an extreme statement after the breakup. And what I mean by extreme is saying, I'm blocking you from everything. I'll never talk to you again. This is your last chance if you had one more thing to say to me. That's extreme. I'm blocking you. I'm announcing that they're blocking you, or announcing that they will never talk to you again, or announcing I will never, ever give you a chance again. These are dramatic statements. And what's the intention of giving a statement like that? Right? Why not just go into I'm done, and then block them, right? Why do you have to declare that? It's a good question to ask. On the flip side, every story is different. Every relationship's different. And you know your ex better than I do. So you know if they're trying to manipulate you, or you know if they're being real. I mean, I had a situation with an ex, and I was talking to friends, and the friends are like, oh, yeah. And I was like, I just know my ex. They're stubborn. And once they're dug in, they're dug in. And once they make a decision, they make a decision. We're not going to get back together in a month or 2 months, because that's who she is. Right. And that's where the nuance comes in. That's different from just going, oh, yeah, I do this, this, and this, and they'll come back. No, well, tell me about your ex. Tell me about yourself. Tell me about what happened. And then you can kind of get a better idea. But this idea that all breakups happen the same way is total horseshit. So once again, the notification did not work. Sorry to hear that, Rob. YouTube has issues with this problem. They need to fix it. Okay, well, thanks for the feedback on that. I don't think I'm going to be sending them a letter or a note at this point, but I definitely noticed there's a lot more people on deck today. Just in time, the game just ended. Mary's the big NFL fan. Mary's working towards her own YouTube channel, folks. So she should be airing her first video this week, right, Mary? Actions are greater than words. Absolutely. That's a simple, strong statement. So don't get caught up in the words. I would agree, Rob. And you know what? You want to hear what I tell people? If someone goes, this is the last time I'm talking to you. This is, I'll never break up with you again. Are you ready? And they go, what should I tell them? Are you ready? Okay. How much power is in that? I'm going to block you. I'll never talk to you again. You respond an email. Okay. And, right? How clean is that? Or you could say, up to you. It's acceptance. It's neutral. And they're going, wait a minute, are you upset? Are you okay with this? Are you like it creates this open loop for them, and you just leave it a fuck alone. Okay. What they want you to do, but they think they don't want, is they want you to scrape, scratch, and claw and go, oh, no, don't block me. Let's just talk on the phone again. Please call me, please. And then they can go, no, I told you already. And then in the back of their heads, their ego's getting inflated, and they're going, yep, I just have them in the background whenever I want them. They did wrong. They're paying for it now. I feel so great and wonderful. But if you drop an okay, and they're thinking like, I know you want me back, right? It just takes all the helium out of the balloon. Think about that. Think if someone did that to you, right? You go, look, you did this, you did that wrong, you did this wrong. They've already apologized. You've already fought about it. You've already broken up. And then they go, I'm never calling you again. You go, okay. Curtains. Done. Okay. That's clean. How much strength is in that? Okay. Uh, hey, Mac, long time no see. Lisa, good to see you again. Like I said, don't be gassing me up, Mac. I'm good. How are you? If I cut them off, I cut them off. Good for you. Yeah, you're right, Rob. I wouldn't even tell them. I've never been blocked by anyone. Yeah, in my particular situations, I haven't, but it comes up repeatedly in the year of 2019 and the 21st century with social media. It's a big issue for people because social media is such a big part of people's lives. You don't tell someone when you're blocking them. Of course, you're a sweet talker. How could they? Is that to me? Move on. You will get over it. If they block you, they really don't care about having you in their life. And why want to be with someone that feels that way about you? Yeah, that's a good point, Lisa. And also, sometimes they're blocking you with the hidden agenda of getting your attention. Or there's a lot of people out there that just want you to scratch and claw, especially women, and in a lot of cases. Well, what I'd like for him to do is to come back, on his hands and knees. I've had situations where, yeah, he just contacted me. We haven't been we've been in no contact for 1 month, and he asked me how things are going, but I don't want to. I'm like, so what do you want? Well, I want to get back together with him, but I want him to fight more. I want him to try harder. I want him to keep calling me. What? Do you really want to get back together, or do you want him to feel guilty, shameful, and weak and needy? Well, no, I just want him to call me and come to my door and come with flowers and then feel guilty and feel more guilt. It's like, no, if you had no contact for, a month, 2 months, 3 months, and you haven't been talking and they reach out to you and you're interested in getting back together, then you meet up, have some people to people time, not text time, actual human energies exchanged. You're in each other's orbit and you hang out and you see it. Hey, can we revisit this thing? You don't play a bunch of, they'll have to call me 4 or 5 more times before I talk to them. Well, then just tell the guy up front, I'm not interested, right? Don't play ego games. I bet lots of guys say that. Is this really the end? Beta move. Yeah, that is, Rob. I know you use the beta thing a lot. That is and then they're able to reaffirm it. Like I said, the powerful one is to go, if they go, oh, this is the end. Okay. Doesn't mean it's the end for you. Doesn't mean you'll never talk again. But in that moment, that's the end of the conversation. Because you aren't going to be that annoying salesman. No. Wait. I have one more offer for you. No. Crystal unfiltered tarot card. So do you do tarot cards, Crystal, just out of curiosity? Is that what you do? Araceli Lozano. Exactly. It's all about attention. I've done that before. That's what I would do. What would you do, Crystal? I don't know I'm sorry. I'm a little bit behind on the live stream. Mary, join what team, Crystal? Rob, you blocked people. When you treat a woman like a rock star, it makes her treat you like a fan. Ooh, that was clean, Gerardo. Is it Gerardo Morales or Gerardo? I used to know a Gerardo that was Italian, and I've known Gerardos. Mr. Morales? I like that, though. You treat a woman like a rock star. You treat a man like a rock star, they'll treat you like a fan. You guys want to hear something funny? For the Thai language, if you speak Thai, fan is actually boyfriend or girlfriend. Random, huh? Do you have a fan? And you're like, oh, I got a fan in my room. No, fan means boyfriend or girlfriend in Thai. If you go to a Thai restaurant and you ask them, do you have a fan? Block people to get over them, but eventually unblock so you don't hold the grudge and just let it be. Well, isn't that rose petals and wine glasses, Atlantis? Block people to get over them, but eventually unblock so you don't hold a grudge. Move forward. That'd be ideal. I agree with that. And I like the idea. You're on the right path. I agree with that 100% in the sense that you're not blocking them to get them back. You're not blocking them to hurt them. You're not blocking them because they're a jerk. You're blocking them to move forward, take them out of your orbit, take them out of your energy, take them out of your thoughts, take them out of your awareness, because you need to move forward and embrace the fact that you're now single, confident individual that's working on themselves. Us YouTubers. I never blocked an ex, but I've blocked someone I used to know. LOL. Never have blocked anyone, nor have I been blocked. You know what? I don't know if I've been blocked before, actually. I'm not sure. I'm not very active in social media, obviously. So, but a friend of mine that's really confident individual, it really surprises me sometimes because once in a while he'll be like, "Yeah, she unfriended me on Facebook," and I'm always like, "How do you even know? Who the fuck cares?" Just shocked me. And these aren't even people he's close to. So sometimes people have some. They put a lot of value in that. Tommy Willis back on deck. Rob, hello, Tommy. Dot dot dot. Guilty, shameful, weak, and needy. Real attractive. I think it's hard for people to realize they're being needy or weak in the moment. I think that what people, especially men, I think a lot of times is they want to fix the fucking situation. They want to talk about it. And they think by talking about it, using some logic, going back into it, maybe we can rework this thing, but it's already been spoken about. Emotions are running high. And the best thing you can do actually in the moment is accept the shit. Be like, okay. And then if you are going to revisit it days later, weeks later, months later, you don't leave it at a blaze and say some mean and crazy things. As a male, I blocked because I was annoyed by the unfollowing me. Then starting to like my post after a few weeks, it was more protecting my feelings, not for attention. I am blocked today. Good for you, Atlantis. It's funny. When I saw Atlantis, I assumed woman for some reason. Never make assumptions. The 4 agreements. Rob, yes. I'm a psychic medium, and yes, I have a channel where I read tarot intuitively. Cool. Is that the name of the channel? Crystal Unfiltered Tarot? Have you read the book? I'm just listening to. Do you know who Dean? Is it Radin? Dean Radin? He's got some interesting things on psychics. It's called Magic. Shit, I don't have my phone with me because that's where my. But I would be interested in your I'm a psychic medium, and yes, I have a channel where I read tarot intuitively. Cool. That's really cool. Have you helped people out with breakups? Have you had any experience where someone's in a breakup and you said that someone was going to come back, or how does that work? That kind of stuff usually happens when emotions are raw. I've even made the mistake, but there are also people that advise to block an ex to move on, which strikes me as avoidant type. I know you use these. You stick with the avoidant types and different things for the labels. I know that's your thing, Judy, and that's fine. That's cool. I would say for me, once you're broken up, in most cases, but they can be different from some people's circumstances. That's why you got to send your story in and get it clear. I think first and foremost, if you're broken up, you got the first way to accept that is I don't want to talk to this individual. If you broke up, you already had a long chat about what was wrong and that it's not working. And at some point, what are you going to keep talking about? There's certain breakups sometimes where people, it's long distance, it's circumstantial. It's not about love or attraction. And so you say, let's stay in contact. We'll still hook up, but we're not going to be 100% all in. And some people can agree to that. What happens is usually one of the people get hurt because both of you are leaving the door open to meet someone else. And the first person to meet someone else leaves the other one holding the bag. Mary, thank you. It's a great time. Lots of fun. Cool. And Mary's starting her own YouTube channel, right, Mary? Men, stop having emotional feelings in a relationship. Those are bitch traits. A man is logical and straight out. Nothing against women. It's how we are wired. All right, fair enough, Gerardo. I watch Sal on YouTube. I resonate with him. I don't know who Sal is. Funny thing, I saw tonight John Oliver's show on psychic mediums. Okay. Those people who do that have made social media their only social outlet. Sal is awesome. Do you watch Tyler or Cancer Moon's Tarot? Wow, there's a lot of stuff on this. Tyler sometimes, but mostly Sal. Rob, in my opinion, those people can't make a growth as an individual. Oh, so here we go. We got a little psychic mediumship. Out of curiosity, Crystal, do you need to be in person with an individual as a psychic medium to do things for them? Or do you, like right now I'm on a live stream, could you get some psychic feedback about myself? And I don't mean that sarcastically, I mean it realistically. How does that work for you? I'm curious. I will look it up. Mac Magic. Yes, that's the most of what I do. Before I started my channel, I was dating coach. Oh, and before that, dating blogger. So that is my forte. Okay, interesting. Interesting. It'd be really cool once I get my podcast to interview an individual like yourself to get some questions. That's true. If you dive deeper into those situations, you'll see they are not open to learning the path toward growth or for improvement. Mary, what about is your channel? There you go, Mary. You already got some built-in people here. You got to get it on deck. You got to get some videos up. I've been blocked by a couple of exes only because I always get along with their families. And after we break up, it's their family that brings me up in front of them, in front of their new girlfriends. Well, Araceli, that says something about your character, and that's a reflection of you as an individual and that you're a good partner in a lot of ways. I'm sure that happens. I know I've had an ex before where the friends contacted me after and said like, oh, I wish you guys were still together and you were so good and this and that. But I mean, at the end of the day, you're still broken up. It's not going to change things. I haven't had a situation where I didn't get along with family members or friends of a girlfriend. So I know that comes up quite a bit, especially in people in their 20s. And that can really affect a relationship, friends and family members, big time. Big time. If that shows up early on in dating, you got to realize that a lot of times people will pick their friends and family over you. A lot of times. Matt, come to Crystal's live stream sometime. Sure. Yes, I can. I want my next step to be a podcast. Well, cool. Me too. I keep fucking talking about it. I got to get it done. Just subscribe to Mary's channel. Mary, do you have some videos up finally? Probably just vlogging. It's called Petty Betty. See, you already got a following. Thing about YouTube or one of these things, you just got to ship and stop judging yourself or thinking that you're going to do something perfect. And how are you going to get so many people and just be your fucking self is my book, right? Because at the end of the day, I think that's what people like about YouTube is we don't want the Channel 5 news anymore, right? That, hey, I'm Dan Ashley and I'm reporting the news today. It's like you watch stuff like that now and it's hard to watch because it's so plastic and fake. And what you have on YouTube is people being more genuine, honest characters and whatever they're doing. And it's refreshing, I think. Thanks, Atlantis. I appreciate that, bud. I really appreciate that. And the interesting thing about YouTube too is, like I've said before, I haven't hit 4,000 subscribers yet, but you got these numbers of 50,000, 80,000, 100,000, 200,000 subscribers, and you think, wow, how do you get to that point? And then you look at some other people's channels, and you're like, wow, this person has this many. It's an open thing. So some of the channels that do really well are shocking to me, but who am I to judge? What's up, Skinner? I just watched the little baby bulls yesterday on Free Dawkins. I forgot you got that kid Valentine. I liked him out of Michigan State. And by the way, your boy Levine looked good. I'll just say that he did look good. Sorry, I lost my spot here. Probably because no video's up yet. Now I put some pressure on you, Mary. You got to get some up. You got 3 or 4 people already asking. See, that's a really nice way to start, by the way. Oh, there you go. See, there you go. You already got some people on deck, and you got an influencer and Miss Crystal, because she got her own channel too. There you go. Podcast is future. VVS. Thing about a podcast, I can talk for 5 hours, so that's just not even an issue. I just want someone that's the sound engineer. Anyone want to be my sound engineer, the person that does the uploading and cutting and all that? I will do calls. You mean like call in people that talk about their story live? Absolutely. Oh, cool. Petty Betty. Cool. All right. I would do it, Atlantis. Absolutely. It would be good. Yeah. Levine does play effortless. I think that's one of the reasons why I feel like he's not that great is because it's so easy for him. Um, saying that he's not a winner yet. Dude, the Lakers on paper. Damn. Vanessa's Variety Show. Chris, my love, you're here. That's good, bro. Being able to connect with your audience. Yeah, it's like these live streams. I've had clients that watch the channel regularly, and they're like, these live streams you're doing, you should just stick to the stories because people can ask you questions and then they're not going to pay you later on. And I said, well, I'm still getting live coaching sessions. I enjoy the live streams. I think everyone can tell that. So it's not like it's difficult for me. So it gets back to doing something that you enjoy, right? I'm sure there's other people with other channels that wouldn't enjoy being put on the spot, ask questions, interacting with people, right? It doesn't suit everyone. It's not work for me. It's not annoying. It's not like, oh shit, I got to do a live stream. No. Mac, I find you a sound guy. I know a few technology guys there and into social media. Well, thank you, hon. I appreciate that. It's not that I couldn't probably do it myself. It would just be one of those things where I'll do the talking, I'll get the mics. I just want someone else that goes, all right, I got the other parts of it. I would love to be on your podcast. Yeah, sure. I would like to do what I would like to do too with the podcast. I'd like to talk to people. How should I say this? I don't want to say like average Joes, but everyday people. This fucking thing about the internet now is everyone's got to be a superstar. Oh, this person's worth $400 million and, they've done this, this, and this. Can we talk to some people that, dare I say, are average by standards, but have some extraordinary stories to share that are human instead of like, today I have on the show, this is Rob Johnson. He's worth $400 million and he's going to tell you how to be successful. It gets old. Doesn't it get fucking old sometimes? I mean, and then you see there's like a circuit of like 80 to 100 people that go on all the shows. All right. So here, sorry, I lost my spot. This is great today. We got a nice little spirited group here. And we got Petty Betty was born on October 11th. YouTube video being uploaded this week. Petty Betty, can we get a deadline? Can we get a commitment on this? Because Mary's been telling me for a while she wants to start a channel. She's already got 3 or 4 people that are interested. You got to get a video uploaded in the next 5 days. Make a commitment, Mary. You're capable. Said you want to do something with food or eating out and fantasy football. Throw it in there. I will be the alpha advisor. No problem. What, Rob? I would just do an interview with you as an individual human being and talk about maybe your past breakup, talk about who you are, what you do, ask interesting questions, and then I can carry a conversation, so that's not difficult. Mac, did you want to ask me a direct question and I'll answer it for you? Dun, 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 dun. Let me think about that. Do I have a direct question right now? Let me chew on that on my subconscious for a moment and I'll come back to it. Mary, Chris, my love, you're here. That's good, bro. Being able to connect with your audience. Hi, Rob. Lakers, baby. Lakers I'm not a Lakers fan at all, but talent-wise, they're nice. They're deep. I can find you a sound guy. Thanks for that, Sabina. I might take you up on that. I would love to be on your podcast, Crystal. Sorry if I'm repeating myself. I lost my place. Okay. I will tell them so one of the guys will contact you. Sure, you have my email, I believe. Well, I know you're helping a lot of people through hard times, so I'm sure everyone here is very thankful. Well, thanks, Atlantis. What's interesting is when you get people that send an email 6 or 8 months later. That's rewarding, and say thank you. Because early on, I have a lot of videos that probably the first 100. No one's. I'd say over 60% of those videos, no one's paid me $1. So it takes some time to upload it and give your take. 3 better than 2. Ask Crystal something, Mac. I got to think of something good that is really bothering me, maybe, or I want to answer it. All right, Crystal. Will I have 100,000 subscribers in the next year? Thanks, Rob. I'm trying here. Petty Betty has arrived. Absolutely cool. You're born. Ian Dorgon. What up, Coach Mac? You the man. Ian, ID. Let me know if you got a question or a topic you want to talk about, because it's open now. We were talking about an ex bluffing earlier, if they've been blocked, but now we can freestyle it. I tune in as soon as I get the notification. I send the link to your videos to friends and coworkers that need to hear your advice. Well, thanks, Araceli. I appreciate that. Interesting thing about that, I have friends and family members that will have someone that's in a breakup, and they're like, oh, I recommended you. I keep telling people, and it's really interesting. I think a lot of people out of a breakup, they're suspect of anyone on YouTube or on the internet because there's so many options. Who would I go to? And so a lot of times the people that find you on their own and do their own discovery are the ones that go. Rarely do I have people that are suggested to the channel go, oh, a friend suggested me. They usually like to find out on their own for some reason. I thought it was catchy since work in a salon, do pedicures. Thanks. I'm worth negative 400 million. I think I qualify for the podcast. Vanessa's variety show. I think you leave an open loop with your name. What is the variety show right there where everyone has a platform that will be impossible to maintain in growing numbers after time? It's crazy, huh, Judy? It is crazy that everyone has a platform. I think overall it's a good thing. The video is pausing only for you, I think, Mary. Where do you live? Oh, Lozano. Okay, sorry. Ask the question. We are patiently waiting. Los Angeles, LA. Live and die in LA. Would you like a mod? Mod Squad Team Plu Troll Patrol. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that means. Yes, I have your email. It's here on YouTube connected with your page. Thank you. Yeah, yes. Ask a question. Great question. Will I have 100,000 subscribers in here? Okay, I came out to smoke, so I'll get your answer in a few. Okay. Is that one of those questions that I wonder if you are a psychic medium, is that like a shallow question or is it too direct? Because I feel like questions like that's a yes or no question, right? Or does that question come with, well, if you do this, this, and this, then you'd get 100,000 subscribers? Because there still has to be free will involved, right? Sorry if I missed it, Mac. Did you mention if you're dropping new vids soon? I do have 3 or 4 stories on deck for people that sent their story. And honestly, Brand New Skinner, the funny thing, I've been getting more subscribers, more views, and less stories sent in. And I think it's my website. My website, the way it's constructed, is a little bit cluttered. And I'm going to have it redone in November. A friend of mine that's a really good friend of mine, that's a really good friend of mine, that I have a lot of respect for, and he lives in the Silicon Valley. He's just busy as hell right now. We're going to do a new platform for writemac.com, and it was supposed to be done this month. He was actually going to come out to Phuket and stay here, but he's been busy, so I'm waiting on that. But actually, since I've done the live streams, which I enjoy, I get less stories. I don't know if people like to ask questions on the live stream more or what's going on. I think it's connected to the website, though. I think that's one of the things. Because sometimes people will send you the story and they'll be like, but I don't want you to tell anyone. Well, I'm like, well, then there's the paid private one, or there's live coaching. Well, I don't have any money. All right. Well, what do you want to do? You want to do a public response? Some public responses are free, but you have to write them really well. Subs tend to come in clusters sometimes. That's very true. Everything comes in clusters. So last we talked, the ex wanted to meet next time. All right, Eden, go ahead and elaborate, and I'll see if I can help you. I mentioned this channel to a few people. It's amazing how many people are not open to listening. Well, you know what? People don't like, you know what I think it is, Rob? I don't think people like suggested YouTube comment, but also, let's be honest, the word coach has a negative context for a lot of people because there's a lot of, dare I say, fake people using the word coach. And I was even suspicious to use the word. I'm a teacher, but I'm also someone that actually, that's what it is. It is coaching. And so people just have a negative connotation of the word coach, or someone that's going to help me with my breakup. And so if they have their guard up immediately already, they're not interested and they think it's bullshit. I mentioned this. She came to town and never reached out. Should I stay no contact? Yes. I don't remember your exact story, but if she came to town and never reached out and you reach out, I don't think that's going to put you in a very good position. Matt, get someone to make thumbnails for you. They have to be exaggerated. Okay. That's another thing that I had someone make all the ones before. You go back and forth. Some people like them. Some people don't like them. It's annoying to me. Yeah, I'd like someone just to do it. Rob definitely suggested you to me and Vanessa. Well, thanks, Rob. I appreciate it, bud. And Crystal and Vanessa and someone else, you guys aren't in a breakup of any sort? You just enjoy the interaction and talking on live streams? Because I've had a lot of people go, I'm not in a breakup. I just like the live streams and being involved. So Crystal, plus a few more. Do you see a future with your ex? Ian. Moderator. Okay, thanks. Ian, if she doesn't reach out, then yeah, man, leave it be for now. Look at Tommy giving some advice. Right on, bud. I would, yeah, and I like that he said leave it be for now. Don't be dramatic. Don't say you're never going to talk again. Don't say that you missed an opportunity. Just for right now, keep yourself busy. And you reaching out, the worst thing that can happen, you reach out and then she goes, yeah, I'm busy. Ground zero. Yeah, maybe we can meet up next time or something like that. Ground zero all over again. I agree with Tom Willis. Actions speak louder than words. God, it sounds different when we call you Tom Willis instead of Tommy, huh? I agree. Yes, it's like you're more older and prestigious. Tommy's such a kid's name. It's funny how that works, huh? How different nicknames carry. Yes, Crystal, can you answer our question? Do you see our exes contacting us? BMOC009, interesting tag name here. I reached out after 10 weeks, went better than expected. Have been working hard on myself. Any tips for if and when we meet up the first time? I reached out after 10 weeks, went better than expected. Have been working hard on myself. Any tips? If you meet up for the first time, my general advice is go in with no expectations, go in to have a good time. Don't bring up what happened in the breakup. Be clear on what the problem was before. And are you both putting that behind you, or has that problem been fixed? Like I said, one that I always bring up is if someone's an alcoholic or a drug addict, it's pretty clear what the problem is. Are you clean now would be an answer. You didn't have a job for 6 months, so you couldn't pay half the rent. Do you have a job now? Those are clear-cut problems. If it's more intricate than that, has it been fixed? But remember that if it's been 10 weeks, you're reestablishing a new relationship. You're not picking up where you left off. You guys have connection. You have some things there. But the thing that's going to have to be recultivated is the trust, and however that works out. And BMOC009, if you do hook up, don't say the next morning, have you been with someone else? Have you been seeing someone else? If you bring that up, it's going to create an awkward situation. And do you really want to know is the question. Those are some things that come up quite a bit when people get reunited with their ex. I'm a well-known moderator for the tarot community, the big dogs. Cool. Atlantis, get coach's permission and I'll answer you. No problem, Crystal. You can answer a question from someone else here. I don't take it personal if they're interacting with you or something like that. No problem. Mac, a good idea for a live stream is people discussing their experiences as the dumper. I look back at a previous breakup as analyze my behavior, what drew me back to them, if ever I did. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, because probably a majority of people that come on are the ones that technically got dumped or broken up with. But I've had the other case, and I've been on both ends of my life. And I always tell people, the person that breaks up with you, it's not easy for them. Unless they're just unless they're one of these people. There are people it's easy for because they're highly selfish and self-absorbed. Dare I say a narcissist, which is a word that's thrown out everywhere now. But I think that honestly, Tommy, I'm stuttering here. It gets into every story and every situation so different. I was telling someone this in a live coaching session. I'm like, one of the things, because she said, oh, I've talked to another coach before. Okay, no problem. She's like, before I met you, I was like, it's okay, hun. No problem. I don't mind. How was it? How was the experience? Was it good? Did they give you? Well, they gave me like piece by piece, like what did they text you? How to get them back? This and that. She says, you're far different, right? So my thing is, I've said this before, I need to learn about you and your story. So I have to ask questions about you, because the way you're filtering things, and that goes for the dumper also. One thing in my experience early on, when I was in my early 20s and I broke up with an ex, and what we did, in that particular situation, I don't know, 19 or 20, in that age range. And I thought we could still see each other, and I could have my cake and eat it too. And then I was seeing someone else. We were kind of seeing each other while we were broken up. And she told me, she's like, look, you can't have your cake and eat it too. At some point, you're gonna have to make a decision. And then she just started seeing a couple other guys, and I was like, whoa. Now, that will get some guys' attention to want to date again. I remember, to be candid, it kind of hurt me because it surprised me, because she threw it in my face. She's like, oh, yeah, so-and-so picked me up yesterday. Da, 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 da. I didn't cry or anything like that, but I remember it caught me off guard. But it didn't make me overcompensate and want to like hang out more. It kind of was like, all right, you're hooking up with someone else. I'm done. But it did get my attention. For some other guys, that would have been like, let's go on a date. I don't want you dating other people. Da, 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 da. So, but good topic, Tommy. Okay, you're gonna plug at Vanessa's variety show. Go to subscribe to Crystal's channel and catch her live so you can get an in-depth answer for your ex. It sounds like a commercial. No problem. Go for it. Check it out. What's your sign, Rob? The people I suggested some helpful sites, they didn't go to them and repeated their beta mistakes. Your background is in psychology. Brittany Mocha, are you asking me that? I wouldn't say my background's in psychology. My degree in college was history degree, but I've read a lot of psychology books. I've read a lot of books overall, a lot of lectures, and I've grown into being someone that has a big carnal knowledge of psychology. But as far as being your background, I don't know how you classify background. I'm a Leo. Good for you. My pops is a Leo. Anything for Taurus this month? Okay, we're getting into signs. I'm an Aquarius. The top of the X is a self-limiting topic. What do you mean by that, Judy Jack? Rob, that's where your energy is coming from, Leo. Judy Jack, some people get lost in the discussion of X's without action. That are Red Bull. Yes, but it's been a long 6 months. I mean, here's the thing for you, Ian, because I remember what you put down earlier. If it's been 6 months and you're going to contact them out of nowhere because they're in town, you can do that. Just be prepared for the consequences. And if you feel awkward, needy, or really hoping and wishful, that's not really a good place to come from. If you feel neutral and you feel like you can honestly just check in with them, and if they said no, they didn't want to visit with you, or they were cold towards you, you'd be just fine, then you can contact them. But if you feel like, jumpy and hopeful and wishful, it's kind of an awkward situation to be in. I'm single. I just like to teach and guide on this subject matter, the no contact. Okay. No contact is an art form, a discipline. Discipline would be a good word, huh? I understand it's not easy. I mean, but what I tell people, what's your alternative to no contact? Most of the time when I suggest that, and it's not always suggested, by the way, it's not always the answer. There are certain situations where you can talk to the individual based on your individual story. Okay. But a lot of times when I'm telling you to do that, what's the alternative? To be the annoying salesman, asking him the same questions over and over again, asking him to buy your information, to buy that you're a better person. It's like a lot of times if someone broke up with you and they're saying this, this, and this, they don't believe you're going to change in a week. So you explaining that with talk doesn't work. Yes, just love live streams. However, I'm dealing with an ex, which your topics very much so touch on. Cough, cough, using materialistic items and money to keep in touch with me or control me or more. That's what they're doing with you, Vanessa? Well, you have power in that situation by refusing the materialistic items, right? More sophisticated Thomas, breakups are the best. I don't know what that means, Rob. Opportunities for self-improvement. Absolutely. Crisis is an opportunity. It's a Japanese proverb, I think. Meaning attrition or decline can be topic related. Okay. Judy Jack Barton's on point. Judy Jack could have her own channel. And I like the name. And the next year, I see you being at 80 or 90,000. You can reach the 100, but I'm getting that the free will that the free will that would intervene would be if you let a relationship or breakup affect your work. Ooh, dun dun. Wow. I see you being at 80 or 90, but you can reach the 100K. Free will is involved. If you said, oh, yeah, absolutely. I like the way you answered that, Crystal. Cool. Now, how does that come to you? Does that do you float it in your brain for a moment, the question, and then it appears 10, 15, 20 minutes later? I'm just curious. But thanks for answering that. Sometimes it is easier for them if they have a bigger, better deal lined up. You're talking about being in no contact? Absolutely. In my opinion, you should know if your ex want the same so you can move from her, so you can heal or get closer or get again together. In my opinion, you should know if your ex wants the same so you can move from her, so you can heal or get closer, get again together. I told my ex I banged another chick in her bed. Does this hurt my chances? Nico, you are a first-class individual. Nico, what were your intentions? To hurt her feelings or to make yourself feel better? You definitely probably got her attention. See, that's one of those things. As crazy as it sounds, some woman would react to that jealous and upset, and someone would react to that like I'm never talking to you again. That's their closure. So it's different for everyone. At least sometimes it creates attraction, as odd as that may sound. Exactly. But Rob asked a good question. Was it true? See, here's the thing from that, Nico. If you were in a pretty good position when you guys broke up as far as your attraction level and your status, what I mean by status, like you have a good job, you consider yourself in pretty good shape, you got a lot of friends, these kinds of things, then your ex would actually believe that to possibly be true. But if you were in a really bad place, your ex can sense, and I'm not saying this about you, I'm just saying this in general, when you're fibbing, right? And when you're full of it, and that won't come off very good. It might hurt your chances if she's got lots of self-worth. Exactly. Depends on what kind of individual you're dealing with. I don't think Nico did it with the idea of getting back together. If I had to guess, he's been on the podcast, the live stream a few times. Also add in the podcast and any other passions into this channel and keep the demographic open, but you are on the right path. Well, thank you. As we do in Thailand. Thanks, Crystal. I appreciate that. And I feel like that is true. And keep the demographic open. I think I do that pretty well. I have people from all ages, women and men. It's like some people on other channels just deal with men, or just I've had a couple people ask me that, like, do you have more women than men or more men than women? It's pretty equal, actually. I don't know. It's probably, as far as live coaching sessions go, I don't know. It's got to be 60-40 or 50-50. It's very close. Nico, that's all about ego to me. That's very classless from you, very childish. It is an ego move, yeah. But if she's the jealous type, that may attract her. I also sat in her office chair and finished this in this other girl's. Okay, Nico, you're borderline, dude. I told you before. Because this is YouTube, you can get my channel suspended. I don't know what the rules are and stuff like that, but you got to watch it. Too much info. Yes, me too. Okay, it's a good way to permanently end it. Agreed, TMI. Nico, this is what someone with sexuality insecurity would say in my long life experience. Wow, she took a shot there. Sorry, I lost my place here. Wow, dude. What are we doing here, bud? Yeah, we might have to. I think Nico needs to go on the Howard Stern show where he has full carte blanche to do whatever he wants. If your ex is some needy girl, your chances to get together are very high. She will let you abuse her. Right on. You're telling the truth. I mean, you have no reason to lie, dude. Okay, well, too much detail, dude. Yep, he's trolling. Okay, whatever. Seconds later, if I'm focused on the question, but I was out smoking, so I waited. Atlanta, she broke up with you, and when? We got a psychic on deck today. This is interesting. Cool. You think I'd be like, oh, what's this crap? I'm open. I'm open to it. Like I said, one of those books that I've read before, Extraordinary Knowing. If you've ever read that, Crystal, I thought that was really interesting. Nico, you have issues resting my case. Okay. I'll answer. I'll answer a serious question, but who talks that way? No, never, never. No, never say never. But my learning was motivated by my own loss and mistake. I'm older, so I'm getting very thoughtful and selfish with where I put my focus. Life is short. That's interesting, Judy Jack, because I've heard some people I really respect in interviews and whatnot, and they say that they tend, when they get older, and I don't know how old you are, hon, I'm getting older too, that they get more selfish with their time and they have a higher ability of telling people no when they really don't want to do what they want to do. And I think selfish gets used negatively, but in that case, I understand where you'd be coming from, where you put your focus. Yeah. And what I'd add to that, Judy Jack, just in my own life at 38, which I don't consider myself old, shit happens. Shocking stuff happens. And then you lose people that are friends or family members. And then you feel like that's when it gets real about life being a little shorter than you thought it would be. Saying that, doing what I'm doing right now, touching a lot of different people and helping a lot of different people and interacting with so many people. I've never been happier, I guess. Well, as a teacher, I really like teaching, but yeah, this suits me. I think it's important to be putting your energy into something that you get a lot out of and other people do get a lot out of too. Well, it wasn't much of a relationship. We were dating for a while, and after doing many things together, I was checking to see if we were going to. I'm sorry, I lost my place here. Well, it wasn't much of a relationship. We were dating for a while, and after doing many things together, I was checking to see if we were going to date. She got upset and said she wanted. Yeah, I'm probably a sociopath or something. Don't joke about that, Nico. That's when you say about yourself actually really counts, dude. You're a smart person because I've seen posts that you put before, but don't be like, I'm probably a sociopath because I've seen you right before. I'm an asshole. I'm this. The words that you use about yourself, like I'm this, I'm that, they count, bud. They actually guide your subconscious into the actions that you commit. So I'm not telling you to go, I'm a great person. I'm a great person. But going around going, yeah, I'm a sociopath. Don't do it. Reframe those kinds of I am statements. I am statements are huge. And when you date people, if you really want to get to know someone, like you want to talk about psychology 101, someone was asking about psychology earlier. When someone goes, I am, or I'm a teacher, I'm this, I'm that. If someone goes, well, I'm just a sociopath, like actually they're half joking, but every joke is 50% true in the person's head. Think about that. They had to project it from somewhere. I'm totally new, so I don't know, but that's awesome. Judy, you are not old. To have some short relationship, I said, well, tell me if it's going to be all of her in this or not. She said she was sad. And I was like, okay, Atlanta, send your story in if you haven't sent it in yet to my website. This is what's difficult in the live stream, that you can't write it all out. And there's a reason for that. But I would suggest, if you haven't sent your story in already, send your story in to writemac.com. I'll give you a response if you like, and then we can unpack it a little bit better. Nico, you might want to consider some sort of psychotherapy. Add me as a moderator and I can catch things and erase them. Not ready to do that at this point, but thank you for the offer. I appreciate it. Nico, you could have one personality just check yourself. She's not ready to have feelings involved. Okay, she already got a response there. Cool. All right. Okay, so I read it, laugh out loud, kind of scared me at first, but I'm a chicken. I'm lost on what that's from. So that when she left, it would be less of a blow to my ego. Okay, so Nico, you're seeing other women, you're hooking up. Good for you. Nothing wrong with that, but the idea that you're gonna, rub it in your ex's face and give them details after the fact, that's actually long-term not going to make you feel better, bud. I know you think of it as a way of like, getting them back or this or that. It actually shows that you're really upset. If you're really moving forward and you're having a good time with these women and moving on, then you don't need to share that with her. I mean, enjoy the fact that you're able to hook up with someone new. There's a lot of people when they break up, their confidence is low. They can't. I was just talking to someone recently in person. This is a friend of mine. We're having a few beers. And she was like, of course, we talked for like 2 hours and finally some things came up about a breakup or this or that, right? We've been friends for years. And she was saying how she went through a dry spell of almost like 8 months. And I was like, there's nothing wrong with that. You were, you're in a transition because this and that. And so my point to you, Nico, is like, you've moved on, you've pivoted, you're already hooking up with, and you value that that's a sign that you've moved on, then you don't need to share that with everyone. That doesn't make it stronger or better. That just makes it, honestly, that makes you look insecure that you have to share that. It's like showing off, right? And so if you ever want to revisit a situation with that ex that you were with, or if you want to get another quality woman in the future, that kind of outlook, or throwing it around there, it's not probably gonna serve you to get what you want. Saying that, I don't know exactly what it is you want. So you ask yourself, when you want to say those things, or you want to tell her that, what are you looking for? She was like being in control with what the relationship entails. This was missed opportunity and love. She's hiding feelings. Who knows? Atlantis, Crystal, right? So we were doing some trips to the Bay Area together, and lots of money and time was being invested. I value my time, so I said, well, it's fine. Bay Area, that's where I'm from, dude. Born and raised in San Mateo, home of Napster. I'm 38 too. Well, I'm 38 too. February 1st. She unfollowed February 1st, 1981. Year of the monkey. Do you do anything with the Chinese animals? She unfollowed me after a couple days. I unfollowed back. Then she started to miss me. She started to like my pictures. Atlanta, have you sent your story into me? I don't mind if you ask Crystal for their opinion, but it's like, send it into me. I could do this better. Send your story into me, Atlantis, if you haven't. If you already have, then you've already got my take on it. I'm alpha. Part of being alpha would be saying I'm alpha. I'm Mac. Nice to meet you, alpha. It's like whenever you got little kids, I'm hungry. I say, I'm Mac. Nice to meet you. It sounds like your actions caused the breakup. You don't treat someone you care before like that. Your actions make you who you are. Don't make yourself the bad guy. That's a nice way to put it, Tommy. That's simplistic, good advice, actually. That actually is good advice. The way you put that, you're not, and the way Tommy put that, he's not beating you up over this. I like that, Tom. That's nice, bud. You are a leader. Nice, bud. I'm awesome. Cool. Tubular. Someone else knows from one of the videos that I have that I've said before that I don't love the word awesome. Daniel Cauliflower always jokes around about that. You don't like the word awesome. There's just certain words that, for some reason, I like the word outstanding. I'm outstanding. But to say things about yourself, people that say I'm beautiful or I'm good looking, they actually work harder at it because that's what they believe their identity. Your identity thoughts really count. Not worried about it, but rather reflective. I'm one of a kind. I like that. I'm Coach Mac McCarthy, and I help people with their breakups. I get you, Judy, and I agree. Rob, the same. Not out of spite, just found that super annoying. Don't unfollow me when you start liking my pictures in the middle of the night. After a couple weeks, you have a number. Well, you just got, Atlantis, you got to take your power back, dude. You got to stay off social media. You can't put yourself in that situation. I'm obsessed with my ex. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. You're in a gray area. Always some truth in just, I'm a Jedi. What does it mean to be a Jedi? I'm not a big Star Wars person. I'll tell, even when I was a kid, everyone loves Star Wars. And I like the hero's journey, which is based on that. That's the way the stories run. I'm going to tell Crystal the story. Okay. Crystal, at this point, if you want to give people your email, I don't mind. You want to tell them, I don't take it as you being out of order. Lost my try. Lost my spot. Okay. Atlantis, don't do the blocking thing, only unfollow. She will be back, so be watchful of what your actions are. She's confused and might want to be open to dating others, but this is a deep soul. Okay, you've helped me with my story, my watching your videos, Mac. Okay. I know to walk away and not waste my time on people. No problem, Atlantis. Gotcha, bud. Connection and there is love, so she will be back. Okay, here's what I would say about it's like Crystal's giving her opinion. If I give my opinion, I'm not going to tell anyone to say what opinion to take. What resonates with you and what do you feel suits you? Go with that. And you can even take bits of what I say or bits of what she says and conform your own outlook on the thing. But if it resonates with you, go with it. Hey, Mac, what sort of scenarios would you not recommend no contact? I'm guessing one would be if kids were involved. Yes. I mean, Scotty Fitzgerald. I like that name. They certainly come up. For example, you broke up, you've been together for 4 years or 5 years, you've been together a while, and a lot of times someone moved somewhere and it's temporary and that really shook up things. But no one, the relationship's been really good. It hasn't been horrible. The distance was the problem. So are you able to fix the problem being the distance? I don't think you need to go into swift no contact because of that. You both still have a high level of attraction and connection. I have to see this. I have to see the stories to tell you. Let me think about that for a couple different scenarios, Scott. But they do come up. It's not like every single time I'm like, oh yeah, this is no contact. I do tell people sometimes you can contact them. But the main thing about it is, Scott, if you do contact them, here's the thing. I'm okay with it. But are you married to the outcome? Are you, if you don't get what you want, can you walk away and say, okay? Can you be neutral? Can you deal with the fact that they might not say some nice things to you? Right? If you're going to contact them again, then know where you're standing. If you're this is the worst place to be, Scotty, is I want to explain how much more I'm going to change and do better for them. And you want to get them back in one day. No. If you're acting desperate, needy, and wanting them really, really bad back now, no. Then you need to sort some things out. If you're in a position where you're confident, you got a pretty good career, job, or purpose, you got a good set of friends, you got a lot going for you, then you're probably in a better position to be able to talk to them and be under control in your emotions and deal with the fact if they reject you or play another game with you. My ex is skinny, frail, and has health problems, so I added in my text admitting to cheating that I bet she can't have healthy babies. All right, this is out of hand, dude. This is out of order. I've been doing this for a while, and I just put this guy on timeout. I don't even know what that means. I've been doing this for a while, and this is ridiculous, dude. You don't go there with people. You're trying to piss me off or something. I'm a patient, chill motherfucker, and you're gonna say something about someone's capability. That's a horrible fucking thing to say, dude. That's a horrible thing to say. The fuck? Yeah, this is just ridiculous, dude. I wouldn't even call that. That's just, you know what? That just upsets me. Just put me in a zone right there. You got me, dude. Telling someone they're going to have unhealthy babies, it's a fucking horrible thing to say, man. That touched a nerve there. Fuck, man. Could you get any lower? Fuck. What's your intention when you say something like that to someone? Fucking piss me off, man. Maybe I do need a moderator. Thank you. You would like to know when she will be back. Okay, I'm sorry. I lost my place there. Okay, so here you go. Fucking threw me off course there. Nico, you're intoxicating yourself with giving her so much energy. We're done with the Nico topic. That's dust. It's curtains. I just did. It is a horror. Thank you, Crystal. I agree. It's disgusting. Move from her, hook up with more. This is done. This chat is amazing. I agree, Atlantis. I'm with you guys. I didn't see all this earlier. Sorry. Here I am, Rob, just whipping up some dinner. Maybe better to date older ladies, Nico. You don't backpedal from telling someone that they're going to have unhealthy babies. That's disgusting. "9 p.m. my time zone, but nothing wrong with a midnight snack." Christopher Suedo Alpha. Okay, that's awesome. Bay Area is beautiful. Never been to San Mateo. I was in Santa Cruz and Capital. Those are nice places. Santa Cruz is considered the Bay Area? I guess so. Nico, you need alpha woman with variety show. I like to talk to him, determine that. What's wrong with awesome? Nothing's wrong with awesome, actually. I'm just saying it's a word I don't like to use. I don't know why. I just feel like, I think it was, I don't use it that often anyways. I think of the Ninja Turtles or something when I think of awesome. And I think it's just over you. That's awesome. I don't know. But I'm not going to tell someone, why'd you say that? It's just a word I just don't, I'd rather use a different word. I'm not hating. Rob, that's a great name. The boy would have to live up to his name. Might be to watch pressure. Rob, I think alpha woman could control Nico and teach him some real life. This is my son. His name is Alpha McCarthy. I think alpha woman. Okay. Jedi, mean you're not from the dark side. Okay. Alpha Wolf. I would call my boy Alpha Wolf. You are a good guy. Thank you. No, I'm not telling Crystal for advice. She wanted to know for the Terra Mac. Okay. No problem. I don't have a problem if someone here's Crystal's what an intense picture with the eyes. Crystal just put up her email. If you guys want to email her, that's fine. I have a close friend who is drop dead gorgeous. I think that's probably one of the strongest beautiful terms. If you say someone's gorgeous, I think that's probably. Is there anything above gorgeous? We got beautiful, sexy. What else would there be? Beautiful. I just went on a blank. Gorgeous, hot. Hot's overused, but gorgeous, drop dead gorgeous. That gets my attention. I'm like, really? She has an amazing heart and personality. Why does she keep going back to her ex who physically abuses her? That's a really good question, Araceli Lozano. It probably has to do something with her childhood, and how her parents probably had a similar relationship. She probably somehow psychologically has been manipulated by this individual to believe that she deserves it or that there's no way out. But it definitely has something triggered from her childhood, and the individual that she's with has somehow made her feel like she can't leave. And she's not looking at where her power is. There's also sometimes people feel like there's consequences that they couldn't deal with, such as, let's say the individual has a lot of money, but if they're being manipulative, they've maybe put that individual in a situation where they actually believe everything he says. I've come to truly believe that a lesson continues to be thrown at us until we've learned. Good point, Judy Jack. I think that's almost like a sign or synchronicity. I'm not telling Christopher why she's doing the tarot. Okay, no problem. I don't mind. Some never get the message, though. That's true. Oh, she went all in. Subscribe to my channel, and here's my email. Okay. Some ex won't talk back. Kumar Singh. Harold and Kumar. Mr. Singh. There's a lot of Singhs in the world. I got your story, and I will be responding in the next couple days. So just to let you know, some ex won't talk back. What do you mean by that, Rob? Yes, as I noticed, Nico needs some real. Okay, I'm not. There's no more of this Nico stuff. He's done. It takes time to develop that properly. Some guys never get to the point ever. Where's Crystal? Kamar. Nothing wrong with some tattoos. She could have attachment issues. Hi, Kamar. You asked me if I wanted to know when. Right, Rob. Yes, do you? And how do you guys get the name of a person to highlight on the chat? I'm not sure. They can help you. 0 to 30 days. Yes, Crystal, West Virginia is not fun, right? That's such a random question. West Virginia is not fun, right? I'm like, I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't spent enough time there. I think I've been there once and just passing through as a kid. In regards to hearing back from your ex, this might sound obvious, but I find that if you give them space, they'll come to you. If they feel free. My ex even told me she appreciates that I do that. It does sound simple, but it's actually good advice, Tommy. Thank you, Matt. West Virginia University. That's where Jerry West went. Glad I came to the live today. Thanks, Atlantis. I'm glad you did too. She's telling you to unblock her now. Okay. Typically, there are decent people conversations in here. Yeah, I mean, for how many live streams I've had, I haven't had many situations like this. And I actually sensed it coming in past times, but whatever. It's just a sign that there's more people on the live stream, right? There's only 7 or 8. Thanks for the likes, folks. I appreciate it. Well, the troll things is a sign of the channel, the live stream getting more popular. The more people we get, the more stuff like that will happen, probably. So, yeah. Take a shot, Mac. No, that's not what I need. I'm fine. I'm a damn good moderator, and so is Rob. Thanks for handling that, Mac. Shock, hurt, and attention. Don't feed the trolls. Thanks for blocking that nonsense. It just gets to a point. Don't put any energy. Agree. Atlanta, she's already looking at your social media, so do nothing, and she will start coming back to you. Okay. Yeah, I know. There you go. Breathtaking. Tommy, those people kill us at the end. How are you doing, Mac? Anything planned for this weekend? I'm doing fucking damn well, actually. Had a good day. I went to the beach today. It's a beautiful day. Yeah, I got a small pool party to go to for some friends tomorrow. Anything yoga this weekend. Live streams every day. Nothing too serious. I'll be at the beach. Catch up on some of these stories. Caught a couple live coaching sessions. So yeah, some stuff on deck. I know her and her family really well, and she had a great childhood, loving parents, and she's only dated him a couple of months. She claims it's over, but Araceli, I would need to talk to her. There is a set of questions that I do use, that I've used in my own life. People might say, "Oh, we'll share those." But they're like 10 sets of questions. It's actually, and usually that will unlock what the problem is. Araceli Lozano, Araceli, have you sent your story in to me before? One of the things, though, if your friend doesn't want help, okay, it's very difficult to help an individual like that. So for some reason, it could be if she had a great childhood, this man's just highly manipulative. And some people are very good at that. So there are people out like that, and that's dangerous. On the flip side, Araceli, you may think you know her childhood, but there may have been something happen she didn't tell you about. And it doesn't necessarily need to be her parents, right? There's the amount of people that have been sexually abused or abused by a babysitter. There's a lot. And so it's not necessarily the parents. And I'm not saying that's what happened, Araceli. I'm just saying that there's more than meets the eye, as they used to say in G.I. Joe. More than meets the eye. What you can do is be there for her and tell her when when you want to leave this, you don't deserve this, and she needs to make that decision on her own, and she needs to realize it. People have a stopping point, though. Hello, Brian. You missed some drama. Watch later. Twice to the gym? Fucking right on, dude. Atta boy. Good for you, man. I tell people that all the time. I go, double down on the gym. Double down on working on. Oh, I know. I know you always say that's what everyone says. And you don't have to go to the gym. Go for a walk. Go for a run. Put some music in. Get the fuck out of the house and get off social media. Right? Good for you, dude. We miss expected things and meet unexpected things. When we are right, no one remembers you. And when you're wrong, no one forgets you. That could be true in some cases, Kamar. It's almost like a riddle there. If he's the first boyfriend, then it's simple. She is still into him. Yeah, if that's her first relationship. Mm-hmm. It's interesting how from the side vantage point as a friend or even a family member, a sister or brother, you look at a relationship and you think you know exactly what's going on. You don't fucking know what's going on. You only know what's being revealed to you. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors. And I know that from a past relationship from a relative that I thought was, when they broke up, I thought, oh, what the hell is the problem here? This guy's a great guy. And then years later, some truths came out about how they were being treated. And I was shocked. I had no idea. And so you only get a few puzzle pieces, and then you just assume that you have it all figured out. And I'm not saying you're wrong here, Araceli. I can tell you care about your friend, but there's some puzzle pieces that you're not getting to the story probably. But regardless, there's no excuse for physical abuse on a woman or a man, right? Because there are certain cases, I haven't seen them, but there are certain cases where women will hit a man too. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, okay, it happens. Fucking happens. That's interesting. Rob says the first boyfriend never works out. Now, it sounds negative and trite, but actually, a lot of times I'm telling people in their early 20s, I go, look, this probably wasn't going to be your last relationship. I mean, in the 21st century, 2019, there's probably a really good chance your first relationship will not be your last. Probably was a good chance 20 years ago. I'd say it's way higher in the next 10 to 15 years because of the internet, because of social media, and because people constantly want to upgrade and people are changing their identities and they're changing their values, every 4 or 5 years with a new job or a new group of friends or a new band they like. Times have changed. And so relationships have more hurdles, especially when you're young. And when you're young, you're not sure of who you are right now. And so that'll affect your relationship. Can I ask Crystal a question? Sure, you can. She just wrote that her phone's dying. I don't mind. Those guys in the beginning usually make a lot of beginner mistakes. It's not only that, Rob. It's not as simple to say that these guys are making mistakes. I think that breakups in your early 20s, university, they're going to happen. And I'll tell you one of the biggest reasons. A lot of people think, I don't want to be with one person for the rest of my life. They want to at least see what it's like to explore. Curiosity killed the cat. Well, curiosity runs deep when you're going on Facebook or one of these social media things and seeing so many beautiful women and people happy, and you're like, wow, I could do this, I could do that, I could do this. Eventually, you're gonna be curious, and you're gonna say, wow, my boyfriend or my girlfriend's this great person, but I haven't got to experience more. And that's what it comes down to. And the guy could do everything right. I know a lot of them make mistakes, but they could do everything right and still have a breakup in their early years because it just had to happen for growth. She's 4 years older than him. She's independent and makes great money. She claims it's the sex. Well, there you go. Some people are excuse me. They like ups and downs in the relationships and getting in fights because they have better sex. That comes up. Now that means that she's valuing that part of the relationship above all other things, possibly. I don't know the level of you're saying physical abuse, but people that get in fights and make up and break up and make up and break up, sometimes they find that their relationships are a little bit more intimate, a little bit more deeper. That being said, at what point is it going to get old? At what point is someone going to cross the line? I know I had an individual years back, year and a half, 2 years back, one of the first people on the live coaching, really cool dude, a lot of shit going for him. And he said his relationship prior to this one that he broke up with, she was a heroin addict and a stripper, I think. I'm like, damn, dude, you were with her for 2 years? And he was like, yeah, we fought all the time. I'm like, why were you with her then? He said the sex was outstanding. It didn't end well either. It ended really bad with that particular woman. Damn, I still don't have any power where I live. I heard some of the Bay Area didn't have power. Yeah, I heard that the Bay Area is getting PG&E's getting strict about danger zones and different things like that. That sucks. Wow, I'm falling behind. This is good. I had Facebook memory today from 12 years ago about my first girlfriend. It said, I'm so in love and we'll be together forever. Well, good for you for laughing your ass off. Life goes on, my friend. Life goes on. You ever hear that Bob Marley song, Keep On Moving? That's a great song. I'm not going to attempt to sing it, but Keep On Moving by Bob Marley. I mentioned a couple days ago about if I got a tattoo, it would be no regrets. I like that Keep On Moving also. I actually told a friend that, and he got the tattoo across his neck, Keep On Moving. Bob Marley song, Keep On Moving. That's a great song. There's a few different versions of that. I agree, Mac. A lot of people are abused in a different way. They are. There's so many more people than you know or you'll ever know have stories of when they were young that scarred them so deeply. And you're just not going to share them. You're not going to, people, even though you're best friends, even though you're relatives, someone shared something with me in a live coaching session. We went there and she's like, oh my God, I haven't even told. And she was really close to her family. She had a really close Italian family. And she just was like, God, I haven't even told my brother's this or that. And she's like, she started tearing up. And it was like from 15 or 20 years prior when she was a teenager, some boy, her first serious relationship. And she's like, he beat the fuck out of me in a fast food restaurant. And you could tell when she was telling me, she just had never divulged this to anyone. And she was still explaining herself to me like, I don't understand why. And I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. You didn't do anything wrong. She was still holding on that she did something wrong. And that was like a breakthrough for her in that moment, just to share that and just to be told, hey, you didn't do anything wrong, hun. You know what I'm saying? Like she was like, I was just talking to another guy. And it was like, she went back to that moment. You can be trapped in a moment. I believe in that. And it can, stifle your energy and stifle your growth. There's no place to get gas near. More than meets. It's Transformer. Thank you. You're right. More than meets the eye. G.I. Joe used to be knowing is half the battle. Now you know, and knowing is half the battle. Damn, those Facebook memories sometimes. At least you can laugh about it, dude. And think about how you're treating that one and how you'll treat the current one. Unless you will survive, just don't stress. No, she has dated a few guys and she had a divorce of 7 years, 2 kids. Oh no, she's related to me, so I know really well. I haven't sent my story in, but I will, Mac. Araceli, you're welcome to send your story in. You're welcome to send your friend's story in or suggest it to your friend if you like. That's fire, Tommy. A divorce after 7 years of marriage is tough. That's really tough. That's well, here's what I would this is again, I don't know what's going on. Lozano, Mrs. Lozano, Miss Lozano. But if she was in a 7-year marriage and she didn't have very good intimacy the last 4 or 5 years, and this happens a lot in long-term relationships, right? This is a reoccurring theme. And then she meets a new guy that the intimacy is outstanding. Well, then maybe she'll sacrifice other parts of her personality in the relationship just for the idea that this is something that a need that hasn't been met in a long time. Not saying it's wrong, not saying it's right, but that might be one of the reasons she's more accepting. What I find a lot when people go 6, 7, 8 years, 9 years, 12 years, 13, 15, a lot of times they go, yeah, the relationship ended, 3 or 4 years prior. We were just kind of roommates. We were just kind of friends, but we were carrying on. And the reason people carry on are finances, kids, or the fact that they're just comfortable and they don't want to hurt the other person's feelings and no one's done anything wrong. And the relationship has gotten to a point where it's just monotonous. I survived a breakup and root canal. I'll be fine. Never had a root canal, but I heard they're not fun. I met a girl who works at another gym, so I went up there with her. It's late. I'm probably only going to get 5 hours of sleep, but I had a good time. Cool, man. I mean, if you like the gym, go to multiple gyms. That sounds goofy, right? Then you can meet more people. Why not spend your money on going to multiple gyms instead of going to a nightclub and trying to score with some, chick that's insecure and awkward the next day? If you like the gym and you're looking for like a healthy individual that works on themselves, that's a good place to meet people. So go to a couple gyms. Look at Tommy getting involved. Tommy's going to be a coach at some point, huh? Good for you, bud. Divorce can mark people for life. I think so. Well, I mean, anytime you spend a substantial part of your life in one area, it's going to have more of a mark, right? So 7, 8 years, the more time, it's like a tattoo on your heart or a scar on your heart that's been in songs before, right? We got 24 on deck right now. Wow, we're doing some work today, folks. Rob, how do you highlight names? Somewhere at the end of August, so over a month ago, it took a couple of weeks for her to start liking my Instagram pictures. She must have thought I'd send a message or not, but nope. I gave her a link to your channel. She might be watching now, so I won't say we are related. No problem. Okay, you type @ in front of the name. Hi, coach. Is it Lisa Smith? What a name. Lisa Smith. Hi, coach. Is it healthy to go out to the club with my girlfriends once in a while if I live with my boyfriend? Absolutely. I feel like I need to give him space because he's taking me for granted. I wouldn't go out with the reason of getting his attention because he's taking you for granted. I would go out with your friends because you want to go out with your friends and have a good time. Now, I've always been pretty loose in my relationships about if you want to go out with your friends. I've had girlfriends that friends are always like, well, bring Mac along. And I'll be like, is their boyfriend's going to come along? And they're like, no, their boyfriend never wants to go. But they said to bring you because you like to talk and joke around and stuff. I'm like, I'll go, but I've always been open. Nah, go with your friends. Have a good time. Now, it becomes a problem if you start doing this regularly, like 3 or 4 times a week, or, if you're going out trying to get attention. But I think it's completely fine to go out with girlfriends, have fun, and guys should do the same things when they're in relationships. You should have guy time and girl time. It's healthy. It's absolutely healthy. Doing it with the idea of getting him jealous or upset or proving that he's taking you for granted, I don't know if those are good intentions. The intention should be, I'm going out with my girlfriends, and I'm going to have a good time and have fun and dance my ass off and have drinks and gossip and joke around. Shit that women do when they go to the club. Right? Now, if you go out with friends and you go out with 5 friends and 4, you're the only one that's not single. sometimes that can lead to some stuff because they want you to be single too. But that being said, I would still be okay with it. Once you type the name, should come. Okay. Oh my God, Lisa. Oh, okay. Sounds like you're doing well and doing everything right. Just keep working on yourself, bro. The illusion of unlimited options. The illusion of unlimited options. What does that mean, Judy Jack? What do you mean? Betty, write down your direct question, please. Is my channel going to be about fantasy? That's a choice. Oh my God. Floodgates have opened here, folks. This is good. So keep up no contact. Thank you, Rob. I'm way behind. Are you watching me read right now? Oh, did you guys hear that? It's sunny out and thunder just hit. That's weird, huh? 258 Juan Tanamera. Know that song? Mr. Juan Tanamera. Wow, I'm way behind, folks. Let me try to get through this a little quicker for you. That's true, Max. Sex was the last thing that we had. After that stopped, it went downhill fast. It's a big part of being in a relationship. It's not the only thing. It can be worked on. It's better in moments and not, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's a sign of what's going right and what's going wrong. Question, y'all. Mr. Juanito. She broke up and ended in good terms. I'd say she wanted to be friends, and I thought that too. Said I'd contact her after I felt better. I haven't talked to her since then. Reach out. I don't know enough details on that, Juan. That's very vague. So if you want to send your story into writemac.com or elaborate a bit, I just don't know enough to give you an answer that has any substance. Lisa, enjoy your life. He's not your husband. Why are you giving him husband privilege? I guess that's a good way to put it. If you're boyfriend and girlfriend, you still should. If I have a girlfriend and she wants to go out on the weekend, I don't have a problem with that. But hey, I'm going out. Just let me know. Hey, I'm going out with my friends on Friday night, stuff like that. And I'll be back probably late. Just make sure you take a taxi or a cab. Don't drive and drink, shit like that. She's missing you too, bro. Atlanta's just got to make sure to play out your cards right. And when she reaches out, when I do meet up with the ex, how do I handle the question about if I'm dating or seeing someone else? Be honest. I've recently had new girls posting on my Facebook wall, and I'm pretty sure she knows and is curious. Don't lie. If you're not seeing someone, don't be like someone just did that recently in a coaching call and they had to retract it. They were like, yeah, I told them I'm seeing someone else. And then they said we were done. And then I said, I was lying. I just wanted to get your attention. Don't lie. If you're dating or seeing someone else, say yes. A gentleman never tells, or be very vague about it. But if, don't lie though, is what I would say, because it's, if you want to play that game, you could get their attention, but what's your intentions of lying? And then you're going to feel bad about it. And then you got to put a lie on top of a lie. Get to a certain age and you stop doing that shit. Never agree to friendship if you want more. Never, ever, ever. Lisa, hope you get my point. You're right, Sabina. Blackouts in the Bay. Odd. Agree, Rob. Why am I well, the reason why they have these blackouts in the Bay is that they had these fires that happened. So they're being very cautious. Why am I staying home so much? Why is staying home a problem? I mean, is there alternatives to you doing things besides just going out to clubs with your friend? I mean, are there other things you could be doing that are fun, that are social? Take my advice as a grain of salt. My situation is messy and I'm still trying to get over it. You're getting over it, Tommy, because you've been in these live streams for over a month and you're much better. Much better. You know that, bud. Sabina, I was tested today. Oh, God. No, thought I wanted that, but I definitely know that's not what I want. I'm still a bit confused on what you're talking about, Juan. Betty, it can primarily be about football, but I would integrate your life. Start with weekly updates. If you have any parties, have people there and the excitement, etc. You have to carry your channel. That's good advice. Thanks, Crystal. Rob, tell us. The strangest part is okay, that's to him. Then you got to follow the proper protocol to increase your chances of getting what you want. Lost my social life. He hasn't, and I need to get back myself because he takes my presence for granted now. Well, just get back to Lisa Smith and ask yourself, where's your power? And you lost your social life, but you can certainly get it back at any moment. And that's not his fault necessarily. This idea that he's taking you for granted, can you elaborate, please? Crystal, you've written. Okay. Ian Dorgan, you guys broke up. You're allowed to date others. Absolutely, dude. Same or different. Tommy, I've learned that almost everyone comes back if you just focus on you and you know you're a good person. People think the same. We know what we have and had. I'm going to tell you when people make these blanket statements that everyone comes back, I don't think that's true. I think if you believe that subconsciously, you're believing that it's going to happen. You're going to set yourself up for a letdown. The best place to come from, in my opinion, is get to a place where you don't believe that they're going to come back. And if they do, it's just a bonus. But regardless, you're moving forward. That's the focus. You're accepting the breakup regardless. That puts you in a really good position. If they come back, it's a bonus. And you have to make a decision if you even want to accept it. The idea that everyone comes back, if you're a good person, and focus on you, I don't think that that's necessarily true in my point of view. Just a girl that I met in Starbucks asking me questions that we were trying to page that. Thank you, Crystal. Lisa, then take your power back with taking time for yourself. If he cares, he will come back to you. So keep up no contact. Thanks, Rob, by the way. Juan, send your full story into writemac.com if you want my full take. Yes, they never come back. The version of you left. Okay. Everyone's talking with each other. All right, good. Mac, what do you think about taking someone for granted? I think that this comes up a lot for men and women. And what I would get from that is you don't feel like you're appreciated, right? And I think that women overlook this more often because they think, oh, I don't have to tell a guy how much I appreciate him and this and that. That's kind of weak and needy. But people do need to feel appreciated and loved and cared for in a long-term relationship. And yeah, people can be taken for granted. I suppose having a conversation about it rather than complaining, wincing, and hinting is probably the best thing to do. But you as a partner probably could lead, this might sound counterintuitive, with appreciating your partner more. I don't mean kissing their ass, but telling them when they did something good, because a lot of times when you feel like they're taking you for granted, then you go out of your way to create a situation to get their attention, right? That hurts them or upsets them. But instead of giving them a few extra compliments or doing something nice for them, but it comes up a lot, Sabina. Coach, my ex texted me today thanking me about a gift I sent to her kid's birthday. I did not send the gift to her daughter to talk to her. I only did it for me to move on. She only thanked me for it. Well, that's good. That means I haven't responded to her yet. I have no intentions. Well, that's a good place for you to be in. That means that you led with good intentions, that you actually really just care about the kid as an individual and the time you spent with them. And that's outstanding. And as a bonus, your ex complimenting that or saying thank you is a nice thing by her. And you feeling like, well, you know what? She said thank you, but it doesn't really mean anything extra of the sort to me because I did it with good intentions and I care about that damn kid and I just want to do something nice. So that's a good place to be in. That's a red flag, right? If someone's taking you for granted. I don't know what you mean. On the first date with this girl, I saw my ex, and I hadn't seen her since the breakup a year ago. Doesn't get any creepier, huh? Yeah, that would be an odd synchronicity. I will always get your opinion on my opinions. If she's testing you at the beginning, it's kind of a red flag to me. Thanks, gorgeous. Thank you, Rob. Lisa, you are welcome. You can't highlight names on mobile. I don't think I can. I'm not into weird stuff, but I believe in manifestation, or maybe the universe just operates in the strangest ways. Yeah, there's some truth to that, Tommy. There's some truth to that. I'm not going to get into that right now because that goes in all different directions. But how to be a 3% man, for sure. We'll check it out. By the way, I've been doing things out of my comfort zone. Hiking, took up archery today. That's cool, Juan. Shit like that's fucking archery. I don't get that one a lot. That's a big one for Joe Rogan, I believe. Cool, man. That's the kind of stuff you want to be doing. It's a weird area where there's a lot of financial type people hang out. I don't know which area you're talking about. Check out Mac's vids. Check out Corey Wayne's vids. You will get insight. I agree. I've been shocked. If this girl contacts me, I will send Mac my story with the ending of contact. Wow, I'm way behind today, folks. I'm usually on top of this shit. You guys are light years ahead of me. All right. All right. After years, then she might think your relationship is getting boring and wants to know where you guys are standing. The universe is mysterious. I wish I could write about how many moments feel like deja vu. What Albert Einstein says is you have a choice, and the choice should be, is the universe a friendly place or is it not? And you're going to have a lot of problems if you think it's not friendly. Rob, oh my God, I thought you will write something like this. Now I'm a mediator as a crystal. No, Corey Wayne. I don't like him. He's all right. I mean, there's different options. If someone suggests a YouTube channel or something like that, don't just buy into it because someone suggested it. Do it. Go to who you want to go to. Check it out for yourself. And if you don't like it, then go somewhere else. You're not going to take advice from someone that doesn't resonate with you or you have rapport with, or there's, especially on YouTube and the internet, there's just certain things that'll turn you on or turn you off to things. I went to the movies for the first time alone. Well, good for you. Corey Wayne is borderline creepy. Like the 90s, early 2000s, it wasn't noticeable, but now it's borderline. See, that's what I mean. I don't find Corey Wayne creepy, but someone else will. I mean, there's some other people is like, oh, I talked to this coach, and I'm like, all right. But I don't look up all these guys in the same way, or women also that are coaches. I mean, everyone has something they like different about different people. I'm sure there's people out there that don't like my videos or like my style. There's people who've been telling me that, I don't know, the sound's not right, or this is right, or you're beta, or this. I mean, everyone's got a fucking opinion. You know, at the end of the day, you have a lot of choices to make. Go with the one. Usually your first initial reaction is the one not to fight. That's your subconscious going, I like this person or I don't like this person. Are you married or are you in a relationship? If you are, I think you are always head of the game. You're asking me? No, I'm not married. I don't talk about my current relationship status on the show or on the channel. I've talked about that before. Because then it involves a bunch of questions and this and that. I don't want to get into that. But married, no. Corey Wayne does tell some truth. There are things I don't agree with, but for the most part, I think he's helpful. Well, there you go, Rob. You should always, me too, everyone else out there, whenever you have someone that you listen to enough or a teacher, there should be 20% that you disagree with because you're an individual. You should be able to ask questions. I was just talking to the individual in a live coaching session, and there was multiple times where she was like, no, that's actually, I don't think that's true. And then she'd explain why. And I found that I was like, wow, good for you. You're explaining that you don't agree with something, but you're actually discovering an answer to one of your earlier questions by me giving you a hypothesis type statement. A hypothesis is an educated guess based on what you've told me. But being that I gave you that hypothesis, it opened up your mind to, no, actually, this is what really happened. So it's actually productive. It's when people are dug into their opinions and thoughts as if they're facts, that becomes a fucking problem. Okay. Rob, I will try, but he has that strange vibe. What's up, Ozzy? You're in Lao? Okay. I've only been to Vientiane for a night. Had some good food, but it wasn't nothing special. But Préalbilong is an old French city that's supposed to be really nice in Laos. Corey Wayne does have really good info. Yeah, I mean, fuck, man. I like Corey Wayne. I know what you mean. There are a few talks I'm not on board with, but I go with the principles of truth. And if there are, I think they are helpful. Rob, yes. He has no energy to me, no leadership skills. Can't watch those videos. Who, Corey Wayne? No energy to me, no leadership skills. Okay. Nothing wrong with going to the movie solo. I do it all the time. Yeah, fuck. I eat alone all the time. I like the movie. Sometimes people always ask me, like, I don't mind. I eat out a lot. Well, yes and no. Some red pill types. Yeah, the red pill thing I don't get deep into. I don't have a problem with it. I don't identify with it using those words. But whoever's into that, cool, right on. I didn't get an alert that you were live this time. Someone else complained about that also. I'm sorry. Martinez. What's today's topic? It was talking about if your ex says that they're going to block you and you wonder, are they bluffing? I honestly can't name a single channel because I click away after 30 seconds of each video. Well, I'll take that as a compliment about my channel then, Tommy. I agree. Some people take it to a level of extreme as a method of self-validate, actually to the point of what was never supposed to be. I don't like the angry red pill channels to validate their anger. 33. Okay. No problem, Lisa. Go have fun with your friends. Go out clubbing. Where are you at in the world, Lisa Smith, with a plain Jane name like that? Where are you at in the world, and are you going to go out this weekend with your friends and explore that? Because I've seen you before on here before. Jeez, man, I'm just losing track here. Right on, Araceli. Send your story in. Nah, man. Corey Wayne flicked his tongue on the camera in one of his vids, referring to having a fun hooking up. I was like, nah, I'm good. All right, Petty Betty. We'll talk to you later. If you take a little from each source and combine it all, you can make a pretty decent dev product. Who's asexual? I find him asexual. Who? Corey Wayne? Wow. I can see that. Signing off. Thanks, coach. You give the best advice, and everyone here is awesome. I'm completely healed thanks to you and community and the steps it took. Well, thanks, one-legged pigeon. I appreciate it, bro. Good luck to the Raptors next year, huh? Wow, I'm typing like crap tonight. No, you're not, dude. It's fine. You don't have to be married or in a relationship to give advice. It's objective knowledge, not projected experiences. Great point, Judy Jack. Life experience is involved. I would say one thing that I've been able to do or focus on is being objective. And that is something most people don't realize they're not doing. Most people have a highly biased opinion. And so when I'm reading your story, I think people notice this when I'm reading a story. Obviously, I have an opinion, but the attempt is to get to what your story is and be as objective as possible, in that I don't have anything invested in the outcome of my information. I don't need to be validated. Anyone can do it, coming from someone who was in a 6-year relationship. Thanks, Pigeon. I'm hoping to see another band alone this Saturday. This is my ex's mine, second favorite band. Okay, right on. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Sabina. Sunday, I'm planning to watch a hockey game on my own as well. We used to do that a lot. Well, how about the girl from the pizza shop? Take her with you. Almost at 2 hours. You're welcome, Pigeon. Come again to the live stream. I'll send you my story out in the next couple days. All right. Well, make sure when you do it to read the instructions, because it just helps to write a clearer story. One. Luna, enjoy yourself. Luna, you should invite the pizzeria girl. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Sabina. Mac, this might have been the best stream ever. You've said that before, bud. Really? Northwest is getting so cold, 35 degrees outside. Wow. Can't relate to that, dude. Best time to make a move is out of a breakup. Maybe you want to move to somewhere warmer, cleaner air, whatever. Now's the time. I honestly haven't seen her since that we had a great time in the club. Well, then, you know what, Luna? This is the time to reconnect and call her up and say, hey, let's go. Sabina thinks that Corey Wayne's asexual. Wow. I wouldn't have got that vibe, but I'm sure. I guess it's possible. You feeling really good, Atlantis? Fuck yeah. Cool, man. I get a lot of people after the live coaching sessions. They'll be like, actually, I feel, because sometimes I'm like, they start out really down on their email. And then I say, well, you seem really well right now. And they're like, before I talk, I feel better after talking to you. Is her mom and stepdad were along with her a while. Practically seduced me with her dance moves. Okay. Wow. It's been a hell of a live night. Okay, Luna likes you. Aren't super pressed to see her again. Rob, of course not. I see a robot trying to be a human. That's a statement. Exactly, Tommy. I'll eventually run into her during work when I go across to the club and grab a slice. I love pizza. All right. Exactly. I just want to get to the bottom. Luna Martinez, I'll eventually run into her during work when I go across the club. Okay, laugh out loud. Wow, Sabina, you drunk? Sabina, nah, 35 Fahrenheit. And during today's hike, it was like 44, but didn't feel cold. Drinking that blue wine. I think it's called hot wine. All right, folks, any closing questions? I'm at 2 hours. I'm at a point where I need to go get some food. Just had a croissant. As they would say in America, we say croissant. I'm sure Sabina knows how to say it correctly, being the Euro on here. Croissant. There's a cafe near my house that's owned by some French people. It's excellent. No problem, Atlantis. I hope this helped you out, bud. And if you want to send your story in, send it in. You got some information from different people. And that guy transmitted. Tom, you've been good, man. I can tell. I don't know when the first time you came on. I know you sent your story in, I don't know, a month ago, 6 weeks ago. But I could tell your spirit and the way you're talking that you're doing a lot better, bud. That's good. I'm happy for you. I suppose I can see that, although same can be said about a lot of the dating type guys. No problem, but that's sincere also. I'm not just saying that to fluff you up. Great live. Thanks, Rob. Thanks for suggesting other people. I appreciate that, Rob. You're a connector. Like I said, that this book right here, it's actually right here. Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell. We have Rob in here as the what do they call them? Mavens, connectors, and something else. I think Rob's a connector. That's a compliment. It's curtains, right? Yeah, you guys like that one, huh? Fuck, it's about to rain. I'm gonna do some. I'll do some outdoor stuff this month because I know you guys want to see the beach and stuff like that. I'm just lazy when it comes to camera stuff. Then I got to upload it and I got to do some stuff. But I know you guys would really like to see the beach. No drunk texting. This has been good. 16. Thanks for the likes. I appreciate that. We had a strong one. Thanks for giving me a heads up that you guys didn't get the notifications. I don't even know how that works. Miss Lozano, go ahead and tell your friend, or if you'd like to send in your story. Anyone else? It's curtains.